Hey guys, I'm Saurabh, and in this video I will be talking about my two favorite applications for photo editing on mobile phone and on tablets. Now the two editing applications I will be talking about, as the title suggests, is Snapseed and Adobe Lightroom. At the end of the video, you will understand which application should you use. This video is going to be a one-by-one side comparison so that it will help you. I'm sure you will enjoy this video. Without wasting any time, let's get started. First, let's talk about the types of files it can support. Both the applications can handle JPEGs, no problem. The good news is Snapseed can also handle RAW file like Lightroom. Earlier, Snapseed didn't handle RAW file, but now it can. When you import a RAW file in Snapseed, there comes a develop module where you can do the basic RAW adjustments, and after that, you get into the application finally. Whereas in Lightroom, once you open the RAW file, you get in the application straight away. So in terms of types of file, it's a tie between Snapseed and Lightroom. Both can handle files. Lightroom can handle RAW files slightly better than Snapseed, I feel personally, but still both are very good applications for RAW as well as JPEG. The next point we are discussing is ease of use. Now personally, I feel Snapseed is easier than Lightroom to use as an editing application. Now if you're a beginner and you don't have much experience, the editing application you should use first is Snapseed. It's very easy to use. It will hardly take you 2 to 3 days to get used to it. You start using the application and you will gradually understand how to edit the photos. It's very easy. Whereas Lightroom is more of a professional software. Now I'm not saying that using Lightroom is difficult, but when you compare it with Snapseed, it's slightly difficult. So if you're a beginner, it matters. But if you're using Lightroom in your PC or laptop already, then using Lightroom won't be a difficult thing for you. So in terms of ease of use, Snapseed wins over Lightroom, but again, it depends on the experience level. If you're a beginner, go for Snapseed. If you're an amateur or a professional, opt for Lightroom. Now let's address the elephant in the room, that is actually editing the photos. In terms of editing, both offer you similar features, but Lightroom has more advanced features compared to Snapseed. In Snapseed, you can add text, which you can't do in Lightroom. So if you want to add some text, if you want to get into typography, Snapseed is the way to go. But Lightroom is going to give you more advanced in-depth features when it comes to photo editing. So for example, let's consider vignetting. Now vignetting option is present in Snapseed as well as Lightroom. But as you can see, Lightroom gives you more options to take control of the vignette you're applying on your photos. So in terms of editing, both are good. I love the ambience feature of Snapseed. But Snapseed is a software which gives you quick photo editing, whereas Lightroom is a software which will take more time to edit your photos. So you have to ask yourself, do you need to edit your photos quickly? Then Snapseed is the way to go. Or do you want to spend more time and get in depth to get a perfect final result? If that's the case, go for Lightroom. So in terms of editing features, for me, Lightroom wins over Snapseed because of those in-depth options. Next, let's talk about presets. Now, when you open a photo in Snapseed, you get some inbuilt presets, and those are easy to use. You just click on them, and then if you want to edit more, you can continue editing. But for me, in terms of presets, again Lightroom wins over Snapseed because Lightroom not only has inbuilt presets, but Lightroom also provides support for external presets. So if you're into LUTs, people who don't know what LUTs are, it's basically a preset. So people who use LUTs, Lightroom is going to be a better option because it can support external LUTs. There's a separate video by Peter McKinnon where he explains how to use LUTs. So if you want to do that, you can watch that. It will be here or somewhere in the description just below the like button. So in terms of presets, Lightroom is a better option. But again, it depends. Do you really want to use those presets, right? So as I was saying, Lightroom is a slightly advanced software, but again, the negative point is the cost. That brings me to the last point. That's the price. Now, both the applications are free to download, but there are certain advanced features in Lightroom for which Lightroom will charge you. Like for example, selective editing. So if you want to use the radial brush, the gradual filter, then you have to pay for those. You have to get a subscription of Adobe Lightroom. But selective adjustments are also present in Snapseed. So you don't have to pay anything in Snapseed. It's completely free. So when we are talking about pricing, Snapseed wins over Lightroom. The best solution that I can think of is, if you don't want to pay, do your photo editing in Lightroom if you prefer Lightroom over Snapseed, and then if you want to do selective adjustments, then you can come to Snapseed and do that later. Here you are getting selective adjustments, but you don't have to pay anything. You can use both the applications and get best of both the worlds. So both are very good editing applications. It actually depends on what kind of editing are you interested in. Personally, if you're asking me, I use both the applications. If I want to post a story on Instagram and I want to edit a photo very quickly, I use Snapseed. If I have time and if I want to edit my raw file in depth, then I opt for Lightroom. So the answer to the question, which application should you use, depends on what kind of editing you need and what kind of experience you have. That's it from this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, press the like button. If you're new to the channel, you want more such content, press the subscribe button. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.